Whoa, slow down there, man. Let me quickly grab your attention before you just download the mod and click off the video, okay? I know a lot of you guys don't like to watch these videos all the way through, and that's completely fine. Ain't nobody got time for that, but this mod won't work unless you do a specific thing that I show at this point in the video. So if you don't want to watch any of this video, you don't want to watch the showcase, please just skip to this point after downloading the mod or before you download the mod or whatever, otherwise it won't work for you. But for the rest of you, enjoy. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase. It's been quite some time since we've actually done a mod showcase over here on the channel, which is quite sad. I used to be pumping out these like every week or something stupid, but sadly mod development has slowed down quite a lot. You know, a lot of the mod developers actually left Minecraft, and now there's pretty much already a mod for everything, so there's not really that much getting made anymore, and that's why my next mod folder is going to be my final one. So keep an eye out for that one. I'm just waiting on Skier's Frames Plus mod to release, and then we will get straight into it. But for now, I'm going to cover the mod at the top right of the screen, which is KAD7's beautiful SkyWars stats mod. And I absolutely love this mod. I only really use it in my streams. You guys won't see it in my commentary videos because there's not really that much point having it open there, I don't think. But for streaming, this mod is excellent, and honestly, just for keeping track of your gameplay, I really recommend this mod for any SkyWars player out there. Once again, a massive shout out to KAD7 for making this mod. He's a smaller SkyWars YouTuber, and honestly, I really love his content, so I'll link him down in the description. Be sure to check him out, seriously, he has some great content out there, and obviously, it would be a very nice thank you to him for blessing us with this amazing mod. So let's get straight into it. Off the bat, you can see at the top right, it tells you your kills, your KD, your wins, your win-loss ratio, just basic stuff that you can't really see without going on plank.io. I mean, I know you can see your kills and your wins right here, but it's nice to be able to see your KD and your win-loss ratio without having to dive onto any website or anything like that. There's actually a lot more you can customize in this mod. If you type /swmod in the chat and hit enter, you can see all of the different settings you have. So here you can turn on even more stuff like your souls and your experience. Personally, I don't really need to see those, so I don't have those ones enabled. And obviously you can turn off and on exactly what you want. So if you turn everything off, it just shows your basic stats, and then you can customize it a little bit more with these ones here. But over here on the left hand side, we actually have a load more basic options. So obviously you can turn the mod off or you can turn it on. You can determine stats by mode. So by default, this mod, I think it's off. It will just show your overall SkyWars stats, but if you turn it on, it will show your stats specific to that mode. So if I'm playing solo insane, it will show my solo insane stats. Personally, I prefer that, so I leave that on. You can have bold labels, so as you can see at the top right, all of the labels suddenly go bold. I actually kind of like the look of that, but I like it being a little bit more discreet, so I have it off personally. You can choose the amount of decimal places that it shows, so like on your KD and your win-loss ratio and stuff like that. I think 2 is plenty, but you can go up to 16 for whatever crazy reason if you really want to. You can change the colors of everything here, so the label color, obviously you mess with that, you can see the color changing at the top right. I personally leave it on 12. You can change the color of the text here, so this is the color of like your kills and your wins. You just slide this around until you find a color you like. Honestly, I'm scared to change it because honestly, it's not the most intuitive thing in the world, and I have it at a color I like, so you can copy that if you want to, but mess around with this, you'll see it change color and just land on one that you want. You can also change the size of the progress bar, so you see here where it shows my level. I believe changing this will change how many actual like lines show up in there, which is pretty cool. And again, you can change the color for it to whatever you want, but I just like to leave those on default. These two options here allow you to choose where it is on your screen, so just remember it's 83, but there you go, you can see it moving across the screen there, and obviously the Y will make it go up and down, and the scale is just how big it is. That obviously making it bigger will make it bigger, and smaller will make it smaller. I just leave it on default. And here is where you will need to put your API key. You need to put your API key in this mod for it to work. All you need to do to get your API key is type /API new in the chat like that. Hit enter and your API key will appear in the chat. You can click on it. So just open the chat and literally click on it like you'd click on that or something. Go back into /SW mod, and here all you need to do is click here and press Ctrl and V to paste it in. And once it's pasted in, you can either leave it or hide it or whatever you want to. Just don't give anybody your API key. Your API key is personal to you, which is why I have mine hidden in case I'm like streaming or something and accidentally open this up or whatever. But yeah, just paste your API key in there, press save, and then everything should start working perfectly. But you do need to have your API key in there. As a side note, if your SkyWars stats mod stops working randomly for whatever reason, repeat that process with a new API key and everything should start working again. Personally, my favorite part of this mod is the session kills, the session wins, the win streak, and the progress bar. As you can see from the progress bar at the bottom, it tells you what level you are and how close you are to your next level with a little indicator that I really like. It's really nice to know how close you are to the next level, especially for me. Like in SkyWars, I maxed out the shop ages ago. I don't really have anything to go for. Levels are the only thing keeping me going really, so it's nice to see my progression and how close I am to that next level. Above that, you can see your session kills, your session KD, your session wins, your session win-loss ratio, and your current win streak. So I find those really useful because those tell you exactly what your stats are in a certain session. So I just finished a live stream. You can see during that stream, I got 187 kills, 28 wins with a 7.48 KD and a 1.12 win-loss ratio. Say if now I was to go into SkyWars and wait to see how well I was doing just playing by myself, I could go in here, press this reset session button, and it would completely reset my session. As you'll see, those session kills, session wins, and win streak will go back to 0. And now when I hop into a game, it will actually log my stats for this game, log my win streak, and all of that stuff, which I really love. It's great for keeping track of how well you're doing, especially if you're trying to like modify your permanent stats. Say if you're trying to go for a higher KD or a higher win-loss ratio, you can see how you're currently playing versus your like actual stats, which is pretty cool. And for the keener-eyed viewers of you, you may have noticed that my stats at the top right actually just changed when I joined this solo insane game, and that's because the stats mod represents the stats of the game mode that you're currently playing. So in the lobby, it shows my SkyWars stats, but obviously now we're in solo insane, it's showing my solo insane stats, and honestly, they're pretty high. They make up most of my my SkyWars stats in total, to be honest. But yeah, my KD and win-loss ratio is a little bit better because obviously it doesn't factor in stuff like ranked and mega SkyWars and all of that. But yeah, I honestly really like this mod. If any of you are SkyWars players, I 100% recommend downloading it. It's so good, especially if you're a streamer. It's just nice to see how well you're doing, maybe build up win streaks, and I don't know, I feel like the chat and everybody watching really enjoys like seeing what win streak you're on and how well you're doing. And if anybody ever actually comes over to middle, I can show you guys exactly how this works. So as you can see, my session kills are currently on 0. Once we drop this guy, it should go to a nice little 1. It takes a little bit to update just because it checks in with the API itself, which is like basically it checks with Hypixel servers your current stats. So it waits until the stats go over to the server and then everything should update. But it is nice, and it's so satisfying when you're on your first games and you haven't lost yet and you see that yourself with like an infinite KD and an infinite win-loss ratio. The little infinity symbol just looks so nice. Now, I'm not sure if I said this already, but just to clarify, this mod does only work with SkyWars. This will only show your stats in SkyWars. If you try and play another game on the network, it won't show you your stats in that game. That's why it's called the SkyWars stats mod. But as you can see there, we got 5 kills, 1 win, and we're on a 1 win streak with an infinite KD and an infinite win-loss ratio. It is such a nice mod. I really do recommend downloading it. The link is down in the description. All you need to do is drag it into your mod folder and you are good to go. So thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you do download the mod, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to KAD7. Once again, his channel is linked in the description, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.
Epic. 3 letters, don't forget it. Pronounce soul, but I got soul in excess. The next best to the best, but the best ain't rain yet. So I guess we all yes. A rising tide will raise all